Looks like Steve Fleming and Rick Molineiro ready for the lag here. You got Steve on the top of your screen, Rick down on the bottom. Comes up about 2 diamonds short here, so Rick's going to take the first break. Looks like we might have a dry break to start this set off here. So Steve's going to be coming to the table here with his choice. Froze up to the side of this 11 ball here. Or sorry, the side of the 1 ball here. Rick's going to take the first rack here between him and Steve. Steve's going to be looking to put a break and run on the board here. Definitely capable of doing it. This man's been snapping off tournaments left and right here as of recent. Let's see if Steve can bring his A game in here. So Steve comes with a good break here. You got the 2 and the 1 that are going to be clustered up, but they're going to both have ways to the pocket here. 3 ball is going to be the difficult ball here. If you were to go with the high balls, I don't think the 12 has access past the 3, and you have your 15 tied up by the 4 ball here. So I think low balls is going to be the option here. Steve's looking like he might be taking this 4 ball first. I think the key is just figuring out how you want to get down to the 3 ball here. So Steve's going to go ahead and knock out the 6. That way he doesn't have to start with a combo. And look at that. Gets pinned to the rail from the 2 ball. What a way to start. So he is going to have access to this 3, but it's going to be a thin cut into the corner pocket if he decides to go that way. He calls the cross side. It's a good shot there. It was a heck of a breakout shot that he was able to make onto the 3 ball to even get himself in the position to be able to have the chance to make this 8 ball here. Steve earned that out there. Rick's going to give him that 8 ball here. See if I can get this queued up for you guys. This instant replay brought to you by Brews and Q's on the Boulevard. Check out this. Loads up this 7 ball.
It came out of nowhere.
What a shot.
I was like, what's he dreaming up there? Whoa. Woo. I don't want to know after that. You know, live stream, you got to make it look good, right?
Almost loses the cue ball to the side pocket, but instead he's going to make 3 balls into the side pockets here. guys are tuning in to the McDermott Maryland State 8-Ball Championship here at Brews and Q's on the Boulevard in Glen Burnie, Maryland. If you guys want to check us out beyond the live stream, go ahead and hit us up on Facebook, Billiard Sports Network. You can find us on Instagram at BSN Coverage. And you can always see tons of information on our website, bsncoverage.com.
So magnificent shot there by Rick Molineiro. He looked like he got hooked just on the point of that side pocket. We'll bring you that replay again. He hits a beautiful shot and gets positioned on the 8 to get tied up here 2-2 with Steve. Oh, big break, but he's going to scratch. He'll give Steve ball in hand, and I'll tell you, everything looks pretty good here. Made 3 balls on the break. He's got 2 high down, 1 low down. So really for Steve, he's going to have to find that 1 ball that'll help him get out here, and it's a 6 ball if he can make the 6 up here in the corner. I think he should have free run of the table here.
We got people from Brazil, Malaysia.
Yeah, Malaysia. Hey, Malaysia's in the house, and Brazil. Shot there by Steve Fleming. Plays a 7 ball easy. So you'll have to clear the 1 out of that pocket. So that way you can put the 8 ball there. So we might see here 2. Play the 4. And then take the 1, or he's going to take the 1 now. I don't like that necessarily. You don't have to take the 1 now. You just take the 2 and roll. You know, play the 4, leave yourself an angle, roll up for the 1. And then you can play the 3. I will say, though, that Steve definitely plays some different shots. Him and I do play a lot of Scotch doubles together, and I see things a little bit differently. I almost got in trouble there if he rolled too far. You can actually just miss the 14 ball. You don't want to hit it here, I don't think. Oh, no. Did not want to do that. Now, still may go. Man, he's got half of a pocket there. He did not want to hit it. I liked really playing that 1 and just trying to put a good stroke on it and slide that cue ball and not catch the 4. 14. He's left himself a good angle to get back to the 8. So a little bit of a mental error there for Steve. I do think that he can make the ball there. He's just to hold up, though. He's got.
Yeah, you got a little steep on it.
Yeah, he's got to play the bank now. You know, if you want to make that 8 ball by the 14, you really want to be straight in on it. I think he was hoping to maybe knock himself into position. I don't think that he was setting himself up for the bank here. Oh no, and he missed it. There's a little bit of a mishap there for Steve. Rick Molineiro can make him pay here for that mistake. Shot there by Rick. Just played his 13 ball up in the corner pocket. Maybe. Yeah. Shot, just punch it over. So error there on Steve's part. Rick Molineiro is going to go up 3-2. Race to 6, alternating breaks here at the Maryland State 8-Ball Championship. Rick Molineiro is going to take a bathroom break. As soon as he comes back, we will get started. Goes ahead and breaks. Says, I'm not waiting for you. A little bit of a lopsided break here. You see all the balls over here to the left side. Certainly is going to be a difficult rack here. This looks like the low ball set up a little bit better for him here. 15 and 14 are tied up, makes it a little tough. He still will have to contend with the 7-8 tied up. He's got the 6 ball though in a good place to get it out.
That's what I said. Wow. I've never seen it like that. No. 2 balls on that side of the.
Steve taking his time, trying to figure out how to get out of this. I think he was trying to get straight on this 3-ball so that he could play it all the way down, so that he didn't have to move around the 7-8. See, that's the only reason why he would play the ball there. He was trying to get straight so he could just roll down.
Still might be able to. Hey, this is actually going to be pretty good if the 7 has to the side pocket here. 1, 6, 7.
Yeah, if he can sneak it in there, because he won't need, he doesn't need to move the stuff around if you don't have to. If you get good shape here on the 6 and just float it in there to play the 7 in the side and get the right angle where he can just roll it forward and give himself a little bit of an angle. He doesn't have to be perfect on the 8, he just needs to see it to make it. So this will decide what he's going to do if he just tries to float it in here. He tries to break it out, and look, it's going to cost him. Gets himself snookered behind the 8-ball.
Perfect angle to just draw 4 inches back and just shoot it. I guess he was just worried about how is he going to make the 8 afterwards, but...
Well, the thing is he caught the 8-ball thick there, and if he didn't catch as much of it, he may not have been in this position. Now he's going to be forced to kick at the ball. I'm sure he's going to call this up in the bottom right-hand corner pocket here. Unless you can see enough of it to get to the rim and cut it in the side. He tried to cut it in the side.
It's a good effort.
Yeah, but he's going to leave Rick some shots here. Doesn't look like the 15 ball may go by the 8. It's tough to tell from this angle. If it does, then you don't have to get too cute here. Obviously, this 10-12 ball sets up potential problem. So he's probably going to want to take this on here, because if he shoots the 13, he can only play top English. Not bad. Bumps the 7 ball out of the way. He's got a cut here on the 10, even though he's close to his work.
Yeah, that's a pretty strong cut.
It just depends on what he wants to do. If he feels like he can get back to it okay, he cut the 13 ball here in the side. He's still got the 9 ball down there. It's a little bit of a safety net. He can play that. Come back up into the middle of the table.
Well, I like taking the 13 now and just letting the cue ball just kind of just drift down here and try to hold it somewhere. That way I have the 9. And I can either go for the breakout or...
Oh, he played safe.
I was wondering if he was going to do safe here or not. Because that 14 ball, if you get underneath it, then it goes pretty easy.
It's pretty risky safe there, because he had to get perfectly behind the 13 ball, which he did.
It's like the perfect distance for a jump shot here.
Yeah, but the thing here is, Josh, with the jump, even if he jumps the ball here, he's got to make sure that he doesn't scratch in the side. He doesn't want to be anywhere up table. So if he can get close to the side rail, he may leave himself a bank, possibly a cut on the 8 ball. Jumped right over the 7.
Yeah, that cue ball went for a ride right there.
That was a Venom trick shot. Cue ball to the hole first. It's always tough, when you're close to the ball like that, trying to jump over it. You gotta get it up and down fast. Then a lot of these, you see a lot of these top-level pros, applying English to their jump shot. Draw, follow, spin. So it's lots of different things involved there. can bump this 15 ball out here. Perfect.
Yeah. That's exactly what it needed.
Should be good here. Pocket the 15 ball. He wants to leave that 13 ball in the side just to get himself positioned on the 10. So, like, you know, to me, this is really about personal preference here. If you want to take the 10 out now and work yourself down table, I don't like that particularly. I think taking the 15 ball, I think you take the 15 ball here with a little bit of spin off the rail, just miss the 8, and then take the 9. And then it opens everything else up for you. If you leave the 10 to last, you're already up table on the 8. Yeah, it looks like he's changed his mind, so see, just a little left-hand spin just to get it right off the rail. Right now he's fine. He's just got to avoid the 8 ball here. So you can see he's got a little bit of angle, a couple different ways he could really kill this with inside, or he could go outside and try to go all the way up. So he bumps a couple of the balls, but he's okay here. He's got a shot on that 13 ball on the side. So he just wants to make sure that he gets on the correct side of this 10 ball. So he's got to pick a side. Oh, he missed it. He missed it, Josh.
Look at what he's going to get.
So he picked to be on the other side of the 10 ball. So he hits it with a little inside. And we know if you don't hit that perfect, it can cost you sometimes. So a little bit of a do or die shot here for Steve. A very good banker. Obviously, if he doesn't make this bank, he pretty much sells out. He could play it safe here. You know, if he could somehow get the cue ball down there, you know, on the bottom rail. Make it very tough for Rick, or he can just go for it. A lot of the times, if the safe is just as hard as the shot, you know, you take the shot. And he scratches, unbelievable. Makes a great shot on the bank and scratches. You get that low with a little spin, and it just slid right into the pocket on him. So, seen a couple little mistakes here from Steve. It's cost him at least 2 games here. So Rick can just draw this ball back out to the other side of the table. Came a little far, but he's okay. Just a little back cut. He'll slide this over to right between the first center and the first diamond. And Rick Molineiro leads 4-2 over Steve Fleming. There's a couple little mistakes here could cost Steve. Even more alternating break allows Rick to get back at the table. But look at this. Molineiro scratches on the break. So with a possibility to extend the lead out and get to the hill first, leading 5-2. Scratches on the break. It's going to allow Steve an opportunity to get within 1 if he can get this game. He'll be breaking to tie it up. So this is a key game here for Steve. He's got to find the roadmap out here. Get separation on the balls. Of course, 10 and 14 are tied up, so makes it a little bit more difficult there for Rick. Nice smooth stroke there by the ice cream man. Nice shot here on the 3. And look at that. He bumped the 8 ball right out of the way to leave himself a pocket to put it in later. Smart shot there by Mr. Fleming. Now he's just got to figure out how he wants to get back to the 4. So he leaves himself a back cut on the 1 so that he can draw over here to the 4. He wants a little bit of an angle though. He'll draw this back, but you know, he'll just if he catches just a little bit of the rail, he'll be good. Come back right to the center of the top rail, just like that. Perfect. Nice recovery there by Steve. Perfect out. Nice way to bump the 8 out into position. He gets within 1. Rick Molineiro still leads 4-3 in a race to 6. Are just tuning in, please hit that share button. We're getting down close to the end here, crowning the new Maryland State 8-ball bar table champion. Firm break here. He starts trailing there towards the side. There's a ball down. So Steve will get to work here and try to get it all tied up. Couple balls that are presenting a problem here. 11 and 7 tied up. So depending on, I like the high balls here. So he's got a couple different options here. He just needs to decide what he wants to do. He can take a long opening shot here on the 13. He's also got the 12 ball down there. Or he could take this thin cut on the 14. And if he hits it and holds it off the rail, he could possibly break out the 11. He's just got to be careful of where he lands with the cue ball. So he's got a couple different options here. I think that if he wants to choose high, start here with a long shot. $14 balls slightly impeding the path of the 8 ball. He decides to take the low balls here. Looks like the 7 goes in the corner here past the 11, so maybe why Steve decided to take the low balls here. And it does. You can see he's played himself right into position to play it now. 3 ball also goes in the corner. So he can just he can go forward here, play the 3 on the side, or he can draw back. Goes forward. Oh, needs it to hold up.
Oh, you overhit that.
Overrolled it.
160.
You can hear him. Yeah, overhit that.
Yeah, he definitely did. You can tell just by overhitting the ball here. Now he's got himself out of position here. So now he's got to find a way to get back to the 3 ball. 6 ball will get him there if he can get to a favorable place. Yeah, so tough. He's feeling extra brave. He can take a bank here on the 3. I think he was just eyeing it up. I definitely don't like trying to cut this ball on the side. Obviously, 11 ball will slow down the cue ball, but such a thin cut. He may be playing safe here. Well, he's called a back cut here on the bank. And he just misses it.
Look at that. He would have been out too.
I think that was a little bit of strategic. You know, he's now locked up the pocket. So he's taken away where the 8 ball can, you know, potentially go for Molineiro. Nice work there by Steve. 14 ball can no longer go there. 8 ball doesn't go there. He's got the pocket locked down. You can tell he hit a pocket speed. So Rick's going to have to work it out here. If he wants to reach the hill first. some work to do. He's taking his time here. Steve's over there taking a nap in his chair. Oh, he just he's okay here. I don't know why he got so upset, because he's got a shot here on the 10 that will allow him a shot on the 11 ball. And so he's taking a look here now to see if he pots the 10, how can he leave himself on the 11 ball in order to either get his 14 ball out of there, which is most likely what's going to have to happen here, or get into a position where he can play it. It only goes in a few pockets. And you have to get perfect shape too, so I'd be looking for him to maybe bump this 14. Into position. Oh, he's now called the 11 in the corner past the 3. Steve's left about half a pocket here. No. He changed his mind. He's changed his mind there at the last minute.
This is beautiful shape.
Should have just, it almost looks like it should have took another rotation there, but the cue ball just rocks back into place and leaves him a favorable shot here on the 14. But now here's the key. He's close to the 14 here, and he needs to be able to get on the 12. So he did the best that he could there. Pockets the ball, gets himself off the rail and past the 8. So we have a long cut shot here on the 12. But he's going to have to get back up table behind this 8 ball to play it down. Ideally, this bottom left-hand corner pocket would be a great shot. But he's going to have to get there.
Let that one fly, didn't he? Look at it.
Yeah, he tried to. So I saw the shot here. He was trying to go. He was trying to hit the little bread and butter shot. He had hit that ball with inside English so that he could get the ball moving like Steve had on that on an earlier shot in the match. But the angle was off a little bit, and you could tell that as soon as it hit that rail, it caught the bottom rail and just shot right up to the corner pocket. So a little bit of a costly mistake there by Rick. He's now given Steve ball in hand. So Steve will leave the 3 there as a safety net. There's something catastrophic.
Gotta hit it, Alice.
Yeah, he wanted to hit it with a little bit more pace on the cue ball to get it back out in the middle of the table. But he should be happy here. You can see it. Just kind of cut shot here. He just doesn't want to hit this too hard, because if he misses, he'll like to leave the cue ball on the other side of the table. He hit it good though. We're all tied up here, 4-4. So nice little run out here, looking for Rick. I'm not really sure why he's taking so much time here. Everything's pretty self-explanatory. He's got the 8 ball is right there by the side pocket, so. For some reason he was trying to sneak in there to play the 13 to the side, but just didn't really need to. I mean, he can get to this 13, he can play the 12 ball here. You can draw back, play the 13 in the corner, draw back, play it in the side. Could punch this out and play the 13 in the bottom side pocket here. He's got tons of different options. He's got himself an angle here too, so he'd come out and play the 13 in the same pocket if he wanted to. So pretty forward here on the shot selection. So Rick is going to get to the hill first here, 5-4. The Maryland State 8-ball championship. Of course, see you guys chiming in on the stream. Yeah, this is an open pro tournament, so anybody can play. Thank you, Andy Lincoln, for the donation. Appreciate it. Yeah, we've had some pretty extraordinary players who have come through the Maryland State tournaments. Of course, James Aranis is a frequent flyer here. Of course, he's out in Vegas. There's Brandon Schuff, Sean Wilkie. We've even had Clinty Kachi here, Alex Kazakis, Earl Strickland. Earl actually won the first Maryland State title that we ever had here. Had Dennis Okolo here. He won 1 year. Been very fortunate to have some top players. Of course, with the Predator World 9 ball going on. A lot of them are out in Vegas. Had Sean Wilkie here. This weekend, unfortunately, he got knocked out on day one, which is a rarity around here. But we still have a lot of top semi-pro players and open players in the tournament here at this point. Actually, all the pros have been knocked out. Ronnie Alcano was here. Yeah, thank you, Greg. Johan Chua won one of the bar table events. I think it was the first time he'd ever played on a bar table. And, of course, young Jesus Atencio, sponsored by Lights Outdoors Apparel, was also here. So been blessed to have some pretty good players come through here. Couple mistakes here by Steve. Narro's at the table, so there's nothing that he can do. Steve can just sit and watch on. Looks like Rick's going to go forward here with this ball. Oh, man. Just need to hit it a little bit harder. Either got one line to either pocket his ball in the corner, or if he came down far enough on the side. Depends on where he wants to go here with the 8 ball. Not sure from here. Doesn't look like the 8 that goes by, but I think it does go by because he just looked at it. So if it does go by, he'll actually be okay here because he can pocket the 6 ball with a little bit of a back cut here. Just slide the cue ball over for position on the 8. And he hit it good. It's called the 8 ball on the side. In the corner, I mean, sorry. Pretty straightforward here. He's I don't know if he's nervous or not, but he's taking a lot of extra time here. So we'll draw a stroke on him to miss the side pocket. Rick Molineiro down Steve Fleming 6-4.